For the second time in school history, the Mohawk Warriors are in a regional semifinal, but standing in their way between them and its first ever regional championship appearance, the number 5 team in the state, the Crestview Knights. We have this Division IV regional semifinal action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
I got 2 feet on the ground, head flying in the clouds. It's just the little things, all of the little things. Hands up in the sky, it's all gonna be alright. It's just the little things, all of the little things. And oh, 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 oh. Love the little things, love the little things.
We welcome you inside the Danners Towing and Recycling pregame show for this, the Division IV Bowling Green Regional Semi between Mohawk and 5th rated Crestview from Convoy. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi alongside Hall of Famer Joe Baylog, a man who's been to a few regionals himself. But Joe, second time in school history making it here. Never have won a regional semifinal game, but this Mohawk squad, they're a special one.
Yeah, I mean, they got to be extremely excited when you get a chance to get to the regional, and especially when you haven't done it really in the history of your school. It's got to be really, really exciting. And they're taking on a Crestview team that has a pretty good basketball tradition and has been to the regional several different times, you know, over the past couple decades.
Let's get right into things in our pregame show and take a look at our team spotlight first. For the visitor on the scoreboard, those Mohawk Warriors under head coach Paul Dunn, 23-3 so far. They are the Northern 10 runners up to Crawford, who had a tough loss to Dalton in their division.
You mean to Carey? Carey was the winner of the.
That's right. Yes, you're right.
But yeah, you have Crawford that just lost a tough one in the regional at Canton.
But they were 11-3. They knocked off Hopewell Loudon in a shootout in that Liberty Benton District final, 46-45. 3 losses this year to Winford, to that Colonel Crawford squad who lost a tough regional semi, and to Carey, who ended up winning the outright Northern 10 championship. They can score the basketball coach to 62.8 points per game. They only give up 43. They shoot well from 2. They shoot well from 3. And they're 65% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a really great player in AJ Hess, the District 6 Player-of-the-Year. Averages almost 20 a game. And then they have 3 other guys that, you know, are in that 8, 9, 10-point range. So not only do they have a star player, but they have great balance with Cleveland, Chester, and Hannum, who all can step up, which I think Bryce Hannum was big in that game against Hopewell Loudon, where he made 2 big free throws to put them ahead, and I think was 8 of 8 down the stretch from the free throw line. So they've proven that they deserve to be here. It'll be interesting to see if they have any jitters coming into this game tonight.
And let's take a closer look at the District Player of the Year in Division 4, AJ Hess. Almost 20 points per game, nearly 50% from the field, averaging 8.5 rebounds per game, 1.7 steals. He is a special player for the Warriors. Now let's take a look at the number 5 rated Crestview, Convoy Crestview Knights. Under head coach Doug Etzler, 22-3. Northwest Conference runners-up, 7-1. They knocked off Ottoville in a thriller, a double overtime basketball game, 63-61 in the Elida District Championship. They have 3 losses to Spencerville, 21-3, Delphos St. John, 17-8, and Van Wert, 18-7. 3 teams that I believe at least 2 of them are still playing basketball right now, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with both of these teams. They lost their last regular season game of the year, and then in the district final, they both have to, play a very tight basketball game. And Crestview fought back, I believe, from a 14-point deficit in that game against Ottoville, a team they had beaten by 20 during the season. So again, tournament play is just a whole different ball game. But both teams winning a close game to get here, and you would expect that it's going to be a tight game tonight.
And now let's take a look at the player spotlight for the Crestview Knights. And that is Wren Sheets, the forward, averaging 10 points per game, but he is money inside the arc. He's not taking a 3-point shot at all this year, but he's shooting 73%.
Shooting 73% from 2-point range. And the other thing, we mentioned that Mohawk has, a player that averages 20. Well, the Knights have 4 guys that average right almost 10 points a game. And so any of those 4 guys could step up and have a big night. But as we mentioned, Wren shooting an outstanding 73% from the field. So the one thing with him is he's going to get really good shots in the lane, around the basket. And then they have some balance on the perimeter that they have several guys that shoot 40% or above from the 3-point range. So they're a well-balanced team offensively.
As we are just about ready to go here in the Danners Towing and Recycling pre-game show. Mohawk making its 2nd ever appearance in a regional as we welcome everybody watching live and free. Already 230 people watching our pregame, 300 on YouTube. This is the biggest pregame performance we've ever seen here on a live stream that I put up for. And I know they're all here for Coach Joe Baylog's great commentary, but continue to come in, continue to comment here live and free this evening from the Stroh Center on the campus of Bowling Green High School as we are in for what could be a very, very entertaining contest. And hopefully we'll get a couple regional stories from Coach Baylog as well as we go on throughout the night. Well, let's send it down to the floor.
The Warriors of Sycamore, Mohawk High School. And the Knights of Convoy Crestview.
just about ready to go here from BGU in this regional semifinal. And let's take a look at the keys to victory tonight, Coach Baylog. And first, my keys for the Mohawk Warriors. First, they got to protect the glass. Talking with Coach Dunn before the game, Crestview is a physical team. They like to get on the boards. If they can control the boards themselves, stick with it there, they'll have a chance. And then the balanced attack, they have multiple scorers that have over 8 points per game. Hannum, Chester, Boomer Cleveland, and AJ Hess, that if you can keep balance, I know you preach it yourself, balance wins games in the tournament.
Well, if you look at both of these teams, that they have balanced scoring. The advantage, if you take a look at Mohawk, is Mohawk has a guy that averages 20 where Crestview does not. But you mentioned the ability to rebound the basketball. That's going to be a key for both teams. Your ability to, one, get second shots, and then your ability to keep the other team from getting second shots. So many times when you end a game, if you look at the rebounding margin, usually the team that wins has a favorable rebounding margin in the basketball game.
And now the keys to victory for the Eagles of if we can get there they are. Speed up the tempo. You got to get Mohawk off their game. If they can speed up the tempo, get out in the transition off of those rebounds, they can get off to a solid start, which is my number 2. The team that gets off to a good start early will control the tempo.
Well, I mean, in listening to a couple of Coach Dunn's interviews, his concern was the ability of Crestview to get the ball into the lane off the dribble. So they've got to do a better job of making sure that they keep it out of the lane. And then, many times as a coach, you talk about the first 3 minutes of a game being important. And that's not to say you're going to blow a team out, but you would like a solid start in the first 3 minutes of this basketball game, just to kind of get your kids to settle down, because there's got to be a lot of nervous energy among the coaching staff and among the players as you start a regional semifinal basketball game.
All right, let's take a look at the starters. First for the Warriors of Mohawk, Boomer Cleveland, Kane Heyman, District Player of the Year AJ Hess, Bryce Hannum, our MVP from the district championship game. He had a big steal. He had a free throw, 2 free throws to give him the lead, then a steal to clinch the district championship, and then Braden Chester to round it out.
And Hannum, I believe, was 8 of 8 from the free throw line in that game, and I think he's just below a 60% free throw shooter from the line. So, as a coach, you really like to see your players step up in the tournament, and he was a guy that really stepped up big for him in the district final against Hopewell Loudon.
And now let's take a look at the starters for the home team on the scoreboard. The Crestview Knights, Gavin Etzler, Mitch Temple, Carson Hunter, Nate Litch, and Wren Sheets. And Sheets, Litch, Temple, Etzler all over or close to 10 points per game. Another balanced attack here.
Yeah, a really balanced attack. And, the name that comes out of that is the Etzler name, Doug Etzler being the head coach. His dad, Ray Etzler, I think, coached for 28 years at Crestview, played at Crestview. Doug played at Crestview. There's 2 Etzler names that led him to a state championship, and Javin Etzler is playing at Miami of Ohio. Kalen Etzler is playing at Ohio State. So the Etzler name is etched in Crestview Knights basketball history. So Doug's following it. There's a good pedigree here for the Knights as they come into this regional semifinal game.
All right, Coach. Now I'm gonna pick at your coach brain right here. Second ever regional appearance. You have the District Player of the Year. You have the pieces this year to maybe make a run. But what did you tell your boys in the locker room before coming out here with a chance to make history?
Well, you try to really keep things pretty much the same every game. I mean, you're not gonna have to give your kids a big motivational speech in the regional finals. What you want to do is, just play within what you're capable of doing. We're not gonna ask you to do anything that's out of your character. And so, the focus for Mohawk is you know that Crestview's going to be focused on AJ Hess to make sure that he doesn't get a good start. So AJ's got to make sure that he just plays within himself to start this basketball game and try to get off to a good start, and then just be the player that he's been all season, the District 6 Player of the Year, and let the game come to him a little bit.
All right, we're about ready to go, and you're looking at a unique view. There's so much media here from the first game that they really didn't have any spots for us upstairs, so we're going to go floor cam, the only place we could be at here this evening, as Crestview wins the tip, and we are underway in this regional semifinal in D4. Etzler, he's going to pull up from the elbow, and he hits. Great start. It's 2-0.
So they just ran a little Iverson cut there over the top, got a side ball screen. Mohawk didn't defend the side ball screen very well, didn't fight over top, didn't switch it, and Etzler had a wide open look for an easy basket.
Boomer Cleveland now with it. Mohawk's first possession here, 30 seconds in. Works it inside. Layup, in and out, no good. Rebound to Crestview. Good look by Heyman, just couldn't finish. Quickly in transition right side, the three is no good. Ball on the floor, knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Mohawk as we take a look at our first replay of the game. A nice, easy elbow shot for two.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a much better job of defending that side ball screen. They're going to have to decide, do I switch it, do we double it, do we hedge it and fight over top? They got to have a plan for that. And again, that might just be nerves that as you started this game.
Cleveland hands off to Hannum. Forced it in, turned it over, the first by Mohawk. Back comes Crestview. Temple, he gets into the lane, rejected by AJ Hess out of bounds. Crestview will inbound.
And you can see right away Crestview looking to push the pace in this basketball game. First two possessions that they've had, or first three possessions here that they've had, two of them they've really tried to push the basketball.
Inbounds the Temple, now right side to Etzler. He lost the handle, loses it out of bounds, but it was deflected.
Called it tipped out of bounds.
Let's take a look at the replay.
It's going to be kind of hard to tell from this angle to see. But again, special situations here. Mohawk did a good job defending the first baseline out of bounds play. Here's the second one.
Looking to get it in, they throw it to nobody. Hess with the steal. One-on-one, he's going to spin, puts it up off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound, though, puts it back up, no. Third chance, won't go again. 3 boards there for Mohawk, but there's a lid on the hoop here early on. Down the other way, shot up, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Crestview, but AJ Hess, just a tough start.
Yeah, just you can't get any better looks than those. The only thing is, may want to try to put it on the glass because you know you're going to get bumped a little bit, and if you don't put it on the glass and you get bumped, it's the shots tend to roll off.
Offensive foul, player control foul. That's going to go against Wren Sheets. That's the first foul of the game. Looking to screen.
So running an out of bounds play there. Really tried to get a good down screen for Etzler coming to the top. Official calls a moving screen, so basketball goes to Mohawk.
Cleveland with it, just crosses the timeline. 2 minutes gone by, 2-0 Crestview. Hannum gets it over to Chester for 3. Swish! Mohawk leads 3-2. Braden Chester with the first field goal.
Good down screen by AJ Hess.
Mohawk with the
full court pressure. And Crestview's going to attack it and look to score.
And we'll get a foul. So we take a look at the first bucket for the Warriors.
I mean, just a really good down screen by AJ Hess to get his teammate open.
Boomer Cleveland called with the foul.
Yeah, and Chester just, able to get his feet set and knock down that 3.
And Sheets, who he said was a great free throw shooter in the pregame, misses the first.
I mean, Sheets shoots 73% from the free throw line and has gotten there shoots 73% from the 2-point range.
Sheets, 43 of 64 coming into this game from the free throw line. Cleveland gets it over to Heyman, and we're going to get a foul on AJ Hess, a moving screen.
So right away, there's been two moving screens called early in this basketball game. And sometimes that's a little unusual because usually a lot of screening off the basketball, especially get to tournament, they don't make those calls.
Right side the Temple, back straight away. Etzler for three. Off the back iron, but a long rebound, offensive board. Temple with it. We'll back things out. So we approach 5 minutes left in the first. Etzler over to Hunter. Back to Etzler now, and now into the corner. Motion offense here against this man-to-man. Inside to Sheets. Triple team, looking to get it inside.
Nice
layup good. Carson Hunter.
I mean, Sheets showing his size and strength inside, and then his ability to find an open teammate. Nice pass in the post.
Gets it into the corner to Cleveland. At the free throw line, backs it out as we approach the midway point of this opening quarter. 5-3, Crestview leading. Hannum over to Heyman for three. Yes, swish!
Two, he was on the line.
Oh, it's a two.
It's a two.
But nonetheless, it ties it. Quickly in transition, left side layup, good, right back at you.
I mean, Mohawks come out in that diamond press and has had a good trap initially, but Crestview's been able to throw it over the top, and then they do a great job of attacking it. A little bit of adjustment Mohawk may have to make in that diamond press.
Heyman gets it back out to Hannum. Into the lane, across the baseline, but a turnover. As Boomer Cleveland going baseline, kind of mishandled that one, throws it away.
Yeah, just threw it out of bounds. So their third turnover here. And again, 1-2-1-1 press.
Jarrett Harding now into the game for Crestview. Mid-range jumper, too strong. Rebound fought for by Harding, gets it off to Sheets, and he loses the handle and turns it over. Hannum gets it back out. Hess for three. Just off the mark, no good. Rebound to Harding. Harding, nice dish right side. Sheets can't get it to fall, but he will go back to the line. Great passing by Crestview once again.
I mean, you can see Crestview really wants an up-tempo basketball game and have done a great job of attacking Mohawks full court pressure after a make, and then have been really quick when they grab a defensive rebound of pushing the ball in transition.
Missed the first free throw. Second free throw for Sheets. Gets it to bounce in. 8-5 the score. Into the game, Nazir Esterling. Mohawk trailing by 3 here, coming up on 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. Working it around to Cleveland. Cleveland into the elbow, lost the handle, out of bounds, right at your living room. And it'll be another turnover.
I think it's Mohawk's fourth turnover tonight. Just tried to split the defense, and it really wasn't there. Kind of got a deflection, and then it went off of Mohawk out of bounds.
Temple gets it left side to Etzler. Works it around the Temple inside, back out for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Rebound not by Crestview, by Mohawk. Zayden Fry with it. Gets it ahead to Hannum. Back around. That's Hunter Haynes. Heyman into the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Crestview. right down Main Street layup. Off the rim, no good. Both teams not shooting it well from inside the lane.
I mean, and sometimes it's just a little bit of a different atmosphere than they're used to in a high school gym. So
Take inside, scoops it around the rim, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Mohawk as once again just won't go.
I mean, the Mohawks getting really good looks at the basket. It's just not able to finish it. So you just got to be able to make a few of those go, and it kind of changes things. So baseline out of bounds here. Mohawk going with a 3-low look. A little screen-to-screener action, and Crestview does a nice job of defending the baseline out of bounds play.
Hess hands it to Haynes. Thought about a deep three, instead will reset the offense here with 1:36 left in the opening quarter. Hannum on the elbow. He'll try to get in, spins, puts it up, no good. Again off the backboard, but a little short. Rebound Crestview. But Crestview turns it right back over.
So both teams showing a little bit of jitter here with each team having 4 turnovers here in the first quarter.
Etzler. Now to Hess. Intercepted. Telegraphed that one. Mohawk back in transition, however. Into the lane. Deflected by Hess and taken out. So AJ Hess has really established himself on the defensive end inside the paint. That's his second block at least.
Second block in big play there, because he doesn't foul. He's already got 1 foul. You don't want to get your second foul here in the first quarter. So it's looking like Mohawk's going to go for the last shot of the quarter here with 25 seconds to go. And Crestview's just going to sit back and wait to defend it.
They will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Low scoring first quarter.
So double high ball screen.
Nice give and go.
Nice
Layup,
roll.
good. Fry gets quickly the other end at the buzzer. No good, and that's how the quarter is going to end. Mohawk with a late bucket has cut this to 1. It's 8-7. You're watching the Division IV Bowling Green Regional Semifinal live and free on the OH Report.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one. And this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Second quarter about to begin here from Bowling Green. 8-7 is the score. Travis Berardi alongside the coach Joe Baylog, and I keep saying the Cougars because of Crestview are Crestview, but the Warriors sticking with the number 5 team in the state in that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean both teams have turned it over. Mohawks turned it over 5 times, Crestview 2. But we talk about special situations. There's kind of one, be able to score first in the quarter. Mohawk does it. So now they're looking to see if they can get a stop and another score. And Crestview looking here to see if they can
get it inside.
Well, they're going to, and there's the concern a little bit right there with what they talked about, the ability to drive it to the basket. Etzler taking it and just not able to finish the play.
Right side, 3 in the air, too strong. Rebound back to Crestview, but once again, AJ Hess is just really causing problems for Crestview on the defensive side. Etzler into the lane, floats it up and in. Crestview leads again, 10-9. That's Etzler's fourth.
You can see the difference in that possession, and out of transition, they got the ball reversed from one side to the other, came back to the top to Etzler, and with the defense shifting, Etzler's able to get in the lane with that little short jumper from about 10 feet.
Forced it up, no good. Rebound, fought for, and we'll get a foul. That's going to go against Hannum, his second.
I mean, you can see both teams, Mohawk shooting just over 30%, Crestview shooting just under 30%. So offensive efficiency not real high right now, and they're going to go right inside.
Kick back out, thrown away though.
So trying to go right inside the Sheets, who we said I think shoots 73% from the floor, but they do a good job of walling up, and then he simply turned it over. So turnover number 5 for the Knights. Mohawk basketball.
6 minutes left in the half. Still a 1-point game.
We go with a little diagonal screen for Hess. Crestview does a really good job of being physical and jamming it up.
Heyman loses the handle but gets it to Fry, and Fry will get it back out. AJ Hess still scoreless in this one.
Well, you can see right there when he put it on the floor, not only did he have one guy rotate to him, he had two. So they're really aware when he puts the ball on the floor that they're going to try to attack it and get it out of his hands.
3 in the air, yes. Lichty, first 3 for Crestview. And we'll get a timeout. Paul Dunn to take a look at the Danners towing and repair replay. Great job getting inside, kicking the open man.
Yeah. I mean, one of the keys, I think, as you look at this basketball game is going to be Mohawk's ability to get back in defensive transition, because Crestview really looks to push the basketball.
13-9 the score here, 5:26 remaining in the opening half.
So good timeout by Coach Dunn. You just don't want to let a game get away early, so Crestview hits a big 3. Now you're going to try to make sure you get a good look at the offensive end of the floor. And wouldn't be surprised if they look to go inside here to AJ Hess to try to get him going a little bit.
Cleveland crosses the timeline. Mohawk scored the first 2 points of the quarter. It's been a 5-0 run since. Hess looks to answer for that. Just off the mark, though. No bueno there. Back comes Crestview.
I mean, they got him open off of just a simple down screen, and AJ just not able to make that 3 on the spot up.
Temple loses the handle.
Great
Ball's
hands,
on the ground.
Great hands there. Great effort to dive on the floor for youth basketball.
Great effort, but couldn't get
that's
a handle on
That's 2 great hustle plays by Heyman. Great job of initially getting the deflection with quick hands, got on the floor, got right back up and dove on the floor again. Those are the kind of plays that can make a difference in the tournament. Just unfortunate that they were not able to get a stop, but Crestview there does a nice job of overplaying aggressiveness of Mohawk, run a nice backdoor cut for an easy layup.
Got the reverse to fall. It's 15-9. Right side 3, off the glass and in. Banks are open here for Hunter Haynes. They needed that to fall. It's 15-12.
Sometimes you got to be a little bit lucky, and you got to say that 3 was a little bit lucky.
Midway point of the second quarter. Crestview leading by 3. Etzler gets it inside, layup good.
Another good back cut.
Hunter's second field goal.
Carson Hunter. I mean, they ran a set backdoor play. There, that was just a backdoor cut on an overplay. And the Knights able to convert on both.
Take a look at the replay on the other end. And just a nice,
just a nice read out of their motion offense.
Good job keeping the balance as well to get it up and in. Temple gets it right side to Hunter.
Just running a little triangle action inside, looking for Sheets. Now a good drive here, and they're going to get a foul.
That's going to go against Kane Heyman. That'll be his first.
So they just ran a little triangle action there, trying to look for Sheets inside. Temple's able to catch it at the top and make penetration and beat the defender to the basket. Defender had to reach from behind and fouled him.
First free throw, good.
And Temple's a 71% free throw shooter, so a guy you like to have at the free throw line.
Jarrett Harding checks back in for Crestview. We'll give Lichty, who leads all scorers with 7, a little bit of a break. Second free throw, no good by Temple. And we'll get a foul on the rebound. That will go against Temple. That'll be the second against Crestview.
I mean, one of the stats that's starting to stick out in this game is Crestview out rebounding Mohawk 15-8. So many times we talked about that rebounding margin. Whoever wins that rebounding battle, many times is the team that's going to win the basketball game.
Heyman gets it out to AJ Hess with the spin, lays it up, and
Hess still
no
struggling.
Good.
Just can't get the lid off the basket right now.
He's getting good looks, just a little bit off. Sheets kicks it back out to Hunter.
I mean, Hess doing a good job defending Sheets inside. He really hasn't given him a good look.
Loses the handle, stolen away, and there's another example. Heyman gets it over to Haynes for a deep three, just off the mark. Back comes Crestview, 2:30 left in the half. Hunter gets it inside the Sheets. Back out to Hunter. And that three will fall. Etzler makes it a 9-point game with 2:10 left in the half.
As you can see, Etzler, a great three-point shooter. Shoots 53% from the three-point line.
And a timeout, Crestview off the lost handle. So we take a look at the three. Just gave him a lot of space on that three-pointer. He rainbowed it right through the net.
I mean, coming into this game, he had made 45 threes, was shooting 45 out of 85, which was 53%. So you can't leave Gavin Etzler open, at least that wide open from the three-point line.
2:02 left in the half. Mohawk currently with only 5 points in the quarter.
And Mohawk shooting 26% from the field. They're really struggling right now. And right now, you just can't let this game get away from you in the last 2 minutes. So you want to try to keep it in single digits. And if you're the Knights, you want to try to stretch this to a double-digit lead here before the half.
Etzler looking for the screen. Pick and roll, but Easterling didn't get it. He's now posted up against Hess, and we'll get a foul from behind. Looks like that'll be on Chester, his first, team 6th.
So they're going to sub Hess out here. I think he only has one foul, but maybe try to give him a break here. And wouldn't be surprised they try to get him back in on the next dead ball, especially at the offensive end of the floor. Good job there of switching on the down screen on the out of bounds. But Etzler coming to the top.
He's fouled. Somebody's fouled.
I think there's a foul underneath the basket.
Will the bucket count? Yes.
Yeah, bucket's going to count. There's going to be a foul on a box out inside on Crestview, but it's only Crestview's
It was on Easterly.
third team foul, so big basket there by Gavin Etzler. Hit 2 big threes here to double up on the Warriors right now. So Coach Dunn taking a little bit of risk here, has Hess out of the game right now. 12-point lead for the Knights. The Warriors need a good look here, and the Knights are amping up the defensive pressure in the half court.
Cleveland resetting the offense as we come up on 65 seconds left in the half. And he's going to get bumped. So that'll be a foul inside.
So ball baseline out of bounds. Let's see if the Warriors can get a good look off this baseline out of bounds play. So similar lineup, 3 guys in the lane.
Foul is on Temple, his second. Deflected out, it'll stay with Mohawk with 1 minute left in the half.
So tried to run the inbounder off of a handoff, and they faked the handoff. But Crestview doing a good job anticipating, almost got the turnover. And they're going to run a down screen here for a shooter.
3 in the air off the glass, no good.
So
Offensive
Chester
board. Puts it back up, no good. Mohawk still can't get the layup to fall. Lichty kicks it back out to Etzler. Now to Hunter, who will reset with 40 seconds left and a 12-point lead for the number 5 team in Division 4. Left side 3 off the front iron, but an offensive board right back inside to Sheets. Great layup, good. Sheets' first field goal. It's a 14-point game, 20 seconds left in the second.
I mean, the Warriors have gotten hurt by Crestview's ability to rebound the ball at the offensive end of the floor.
Cleveland in the fry, back out. Heyman for 3. Short, rebound, and that's the half. Crestview with a big second half takes a 26-12 lead into the break. We'll take a break. When we come back, the halftime report, stats, analysis, more right here from Bowling Green University, live and free on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm OH Report founder Brian Skoronsky, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one. And this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
It's just not right. Nah, I need to try something new.
You gonna quit rap for a triangle?
I gotta do me, Missy.
No. It's ding, 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 not ding, 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 ding.
Jack Harlow did it again.
Ting, ting, ting.
America has a case of triangle fever.
Everybody,
We are sold out of triangles, but we still have cowbells.
The triangle has replaced the British pound.
Triangle by Harlem.
And Triangle Player of the Year goes to Elton John!
Tonight's Division 4 Regional Semifinal broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report. Thanks to our generous sponsors, Danner's Towing and Recycling, a 24-hour local or long-distance light or heavy towing and recovery. Baker's Pizza in Bucyrus. We are proud of our service to the community and even more proud to be the place to go after every local game or to watch your favorite team in action. Come join us today for a great meal and a great time with friends or family. First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction Corporation, and Frito-Lay. We are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. We'll take another break, and when we come back, the halftime report right here, live and free on the OH Report.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one. And this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
It's just not right. Nah, I need to try something new.
For a triangle?
I gotta do me, Missy.
No. It's ding, 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 ding. Not ding, 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 ding.
Jack Harlow did it again.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yes, that's it.
America has a case of triangle fever.
Everybody, we are sold out of triangles, but we still have cowbells.
The triangle has replaced the British pound.
Triangle by Harlem.
And Triangle Player of the Year goes to Elton John!
Welcome back to Bowling Green University in Bowling Green, Ohio for this Division IV Regional Semi. Travis Berardi back here with Joe Baylog from the Stroh Center. 26-12 the score at the break, Joe. And, you know, it was a good first quarter for Mohawk, but then in the second quarter, just nothing would fall for them, and Crestview started getting its rhythm.
Well, Mohawk goes 2 of 12 from the field for just over 16% in the second quarter. Crestview goes 7 of 9 for almost 78%, and they go 3 of 4 for three-point range. The Warriors are going to have to shoot the basketball much better here in the second half, and the big key is AJ Hess is going to have to get going. I mean, it's not like he has not had some good looks. He's had a couple good looks from three. I mean, I think one of the early possessions of the game, he had 3 chances right at the rim, just unable to finish. So these first couple minutes of this second half are going to be important that that Mohawk gets some offense going.
Now let's take a look at some individual scorers here at the break. First for Mohawk, Zayden Fry has 2 points this evening. Bryce Hannum leads the way with 4 points. Braden Chester has a 3. And AJ Hess there also with a 2. Some scores for Crestview tonight. Gavin Etzler, he has 7 points. And Nate Lichty also with 7 points to lead the way. But that has been the halftime report as we are 16 minutes away from determining who will play Marion Local for a regional championship. Marion Local pulling away late in their game against Patrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean, these first 3 minutes right here are really important for Mohawk to see if they can fight their way back in this basketball game. So a stop here is going to be crucial.
Temple in the corner, give and go. Great play to start the second half.
So they started the game with a side ball screen where Etzler got a wide open look. There, they run a side ball screen. They fake the screen and slip it for an easy layup. So good start for the Knights. Cougars trying to go inside here initially. Good kick out. And good big 3 there.
Boomer Cleveland booms one home for his first field goal. It's back to a 13-point game. Etzler, that's deflected by AJ Hess, and we'll take a look at the Danners Towing and Recycling replay.
I mean, they went inside, defense collapsed. Cleveland able to step up and bury that 3.
Crestview looking to get it in. They got to. They lose the handle. It's a turnover.
Set. Good job defending that play.
Hannum lays it up and in. It's 5 straight for the Warriors. Back to an 11-point game.
So good start. We said the first couple minutes. So within a minute, they've got it back to an 11-point game. Now need to stop and see if they can get it to single digits.
Hunter gets it out to Temple. Back to Hunter. Minute 15 gone by, 28-17 the score.
Crestview going to a set. Diagonal screen to a down screen for the shooter. Good job initially by Mohawk defending the diagonal screen.
Inside the Sheets. Hess guarding him. He's going to go up and under, though, and still score.
I mean, Hess did a good job defensively, but you can see why Sheets shoots 73% from the floor. His ability to use his footwork to go up and under on the other side of the rim.
Inside, answer right back at you. Hannum scores his 8th. It's back to an 11-point game.
I mean, Mohawk off to a good offensive start, and after shooting, 17% in that second quarter, much better here to get started.
Take a look at that foul. That'll be Heyman's second foul. Temple will go to the line. He's 1 of 2 tonight. Makes the first.
Temple's a 71% free throw shooter, so
both of his points this evening coming from the charity stripe. Got them both.
Well, back to a 13-point lead, so Crestview kind of answering the good offense here of Mohawk as they start the third quarter here.
Chester spins, puts it up one-handed, and it goes.
Little baby hook there.
His second field goal, he's got 5. It's back to an 11-point game again.
But Mohawk just needs to string together a couple stops here in a row.
And a hand check foul. So we take a look at that one-handed hook. Kind of like a shot put push right there.
I mean, but as good as Mohawk started offensively, Crestview just kind of matched it right now. I mean, only been able to cut the deficit by 1 here.
Temple missed a wide open Hunter. Now he does hit him right in front of us, but way off. They call it a pass, though. As Lichty is there to eat up the board and put it in.
I mean, the offensive rebounds and putbacks that Crestview has gotten has not been a lot, but the few they've gotten have really hurt Mohawk. And now an unforced turnover.
They're going to call AJ Hess. He was on the screen and then started the spin off of it.
Yeah.
Not a ton of contact, but you can't do it. 13-point lead, nearly a walk.
Yeah, they look for that backdoor action again.
Temple.
Now Temple going with his right hand.
Won't go. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Mohawk as AJ Hess just fought for that one. And it was a good thing he was bobbling that as he hit the floor. That could have been a walk.
Yeah. I mean, but a great effort by Hess to get to the glass.
Cleveland. Right down Main Street layup goes. Kane Heyman with his first field goal.
But Mohawk needs to get a couple stops in a row here. They just have not been able to stop the the Knights yet. I'm getting into the same mistake that you have, calling them the Cougars.
Sheets. There's once. Nope.
Almost had it. Almost had the stop they needed.
Back-to-back turnovers, so Crestview will reset this as we approach the midway point of quarter 3. And another bump foul, and that's going to be, I believe, the third on AJ Hess. And you saw he did have the hand kind of locked in there. So that's just a tough break. However, Hess will stay in.
Yeah, you got to make the decision here. Do you keep him in? But again, Hess has not scored in this game yet. And they're going to look to go right at him.
Sheets hands it off. Layup won't go. Second stripped out, so Mohawk finally does get the stop. Back comes Heyman.
You got a chance here to cut it to single digits.
Offensive foul is going to be called. Took the ref a second to think about it. We take a look at the replay, Coach. You got to get him with the shoulder, the push off.
Yeah. Coach Dunn not very happy. From his viewpoint, he sees the defender moving. And again, that charge block call, one of the most difficult calls to make for an official.
So Crestview will make a substitution, bring Hunter back in. Leading by 11 here. Mohawk currently leading the quarter by 3, but they're going to need a few more points. They need to get this to within 10, down to single digits.
You need to try to get it under 10. And right now, I mean, Crestview's done a pretty good job of answering Mohawk's good start here in the third quarter.
Hunter
and
gets it into Sheets.
And Sheets is going to go right at Hess here.
Kicks it back out to Lichty, and Lichty hits for 3. He's in the double digits now with 12.
I mean, great pass.
Hess will try to answer.
And
No.
Hess just cannot get going tonight.
Kind of how we saw the carry
transition.
game. Wow, what a putback offensively and a timeout.
Jarek Harding with the putback. And as we said, Crestview's not had a ton of offensive rebounds, but it seems like the offensive rebounds they've got have led to second chance points.
He is the 6th night to score here this evening. Crestview with its lead now up to 16 points as they've gone on a run here in the last couple of minutes. Looked like Mohawk had settled down and finally got comfortable, but they just can't get a stop.
Yeah, I mean, Mohawk's been much better offensively, but Crestview just matched it. And right now, you're really fighting here. I mean, Crestview's going to look to try to see if they can get this to 20 by the end of the quarter. Mohawk's going to look to see if they can get it to under 10, but they have just not been able to string, 2 or 3 stops together.
And they need AJ Hess to get going.
Yeah, he's got to get going.
This reminds me of the carry game, the last game of the regular season, where he was scoreless in that one as well. Now, you folks probably thinking, what's with the camera angle today? Well, it's the only camera spot that they gave us here at Bowling Green because there's so much media at this regional. A lot of area teams, a lot of Western Ohio teams. So a ton of media here, a ton of streaming media here too. So we were given a spot, and we're using it. It's a unique view, I would say, Coach.
Yep. Courtside view is not bad.
It's like you guys have a courtside seat with us here at BG. Fry gets it back out to Chester, top of the key. They work it over to Boomer Cleveland. Under 3 to play in the third, 39-23, Crestview.
And you can see Crestview really engaged defensively in this possession. Have switched a couple exchanges and really doing a great job of talking on screens.
Chester inside.
Good patience there by Mohawk to find Chester for an easy basket.
Chester to Hannum. He's got 10, 39-25. Now can the Warriors get a stop? And that's going to be a jump ball, and there is the change of possession. So AJ Hess, risky play, but he was able to get all ball.
I mean, I'm breathing a sigh of relief there that they didn't call a fourth foul, but that's how he plays. He's just an aggressive player, but he's got to find a way to get a basket here just to get going, and just has not been able to get going in this game.
Mohawk needs to get a basket on his possession to finally get a run going. Hess tried posting up, and he takes it.
Had him inside, just couldn't get it.
And he throws it away.
Hess throws it away. I mean, Carson Hunter, kind of being the floor leader that he is, does a good job of fronting the low post and then getting that pass.
Harding in the corner gets it to a wide open Hunter, who lays it in. So the last 2 buckets, one on each side, kind of a defensive lapse led to it.
Yeah, they're, Mohawk may be panicking a little bit, looking to do a little bit more trapping than they're used to, and this off the ball, not getting very good rotation, and Hunter able to be wide open underneath the basket.
Fry's rejected by Easterling, so they come right in front of us to Hunter. 1:10 left in the third, 41-25. Ball fake for 3, puts up short, rebound to Mohawk. Hannum, he's going to try taking it all the way. He's fouled, nearly gets it to fall, but he'll go to the line for Mohawk's first free throw attempts of the night.
I mean, Mohawk, again, just difficulty being able to finish at the rim. He got contact there, but you would hope that you would be able to get to the lane there. So Hannum at the line, shooting 2.
First free throw good. So Hannum showing out once again, leading the way for Mohawk. Misses the second though, but it's knocked out of bounds and a lucky break.
Now you got to try to take advantage of this. So let's see what they run off of this baseline out of bounds play. Kind of a little screen-to-screener action out of that 3-low set.
Off the back iron,
Deep
but an
corner
offensive
three,
board.
but an offensive rebound. It's going to be
Cleveland gets it into the corner to Hannum. Hannum's working his way in, back outside, fakes the three, gets it to Heyman.
I mean, Crestview doing a really good job of closing out your shooters. High hands, discouraging the three, and then being able to sit down in the stance and keep penetration in front.
Nearly an offensive board, but Chester couldn't follow his rebound. That's going to get deflected out, and it will stay with Crestview. As we take a look at the replay. That's a 50-50 ball right there. I don't know who touched it last, but the referees were right on that, and we'll give it to Crestview with 24.3.
And we'll see what Crestview runs on this baseline out of bounds, if they look for something quick or if they're going to just get it in and run the last, get the last shot of the quarter.
Temple. He's going to drive it in. He's going to get fouled before. No, it wasn't before the shot. So that'll be the second on Hannum. Hannum's third. First free throw was almost down, bounced back out. 41-26, 19 seconds left. Mohawk not going to get this to under 10, but they're going to have to get a bucket here. Before the buzzer.
And Crestview changes their defense. They go to a 1-3-1.
A little strong on that. They get the board. They have a chance to get a bucket here, but they're going to get a foul on Kane Heyman.
And I believe that's the 17th foul. It's going to be 1-1, I believe. I guess it's, it's a 17th foul, so 1-1. And Crestview is going to be in the 1-1 the entire fourth quarter.
So Temple, who is 4 of 6 from the line, all 4 of his points coming from the line, makes the first. He's got 5 points, 43-26. Both are good. 4 seconds left. Cleveland at midcourt, just across. He's going to heave it up at the buzzer. Off the front iron, no good. And that's how the quarter will end. We've played 3 here at Bowling Green. Warriors with some work to do. They trail 44-26.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one. And this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Fourth quarter underway, and, well, Mohawk's going to have to be money in this fourth quarter if they would have a chance to win this, as they get a turnover to start. Travis Berardi alongside the coach, Joe Baylog.
Tried to run that backdoor play that they've run a couple times.
Heyman along the baseline scores.
So, see if they can get 2 stops in a row here. That's kind of been the struggle in the second half. They go right to
Sheets
with that mismatch inside.
So we told you Doughton knocked off Colonel Crawford earlier. They will probably play Richmond Heights who was up 35-31 at the half, then put up 38 points to now lead 73-45 after 3.
Wow.
Yikes over Cornerstone Christian. Warriors, second possession. Big swat out of bounds by Sheets.
Sheets showing he's a force inside, both at the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Just a really physical player in that low post.
Left side, 3 for Chester. Again, off the mark.
There's Sheets with a big defensive rebound. That's a great pass.
Wow. It's up to 20.
I believe Carson Hunter averages almost 5 assists a game, and that was probably one of the better assists he's had tonight, and maybe one of the better ones he's had the entire season.
Back to Sheets. Great spin move, but misses it. Back comes Mohawk, down 17. It's deflected and nearly stolen. It will be. Great effort there by Etzler to save that, keep it inside. Temple along the baseline, kicks it back out.
Extra
now to
pass.
Etzler.
And Etzler's going to slow it down here. Up 17, you're going to make Mohawk work a little bit more. And they go to that side ball screen that they ran to start the game.
He's going to pull up for 3, short, but there's Sheets. Back out the Temple for 3. Off the backboard, no rim, no good. Warriors got to get going here, down 17.
Yeah, you're going to have to go a little bit quicker.
That rolled around the rim and out for Chester. Team that put up 17, a school record, 17 threes in the district semifinal.
Yeah,
not as much tonight so far.
I mean, shooting just over 23% from 3 right now.
But on the other side of things,
I think that's
Etzler again, they're over 30%.
Yeah, and I think that's Etzler's either 3rd or 4th 3 of the night.
Shooting 35% from above beyond the arc. Nice take by Heyman, though. He's got 9, and we'll get a timeout. 30-second timeout for Coach Dunn. 51-33. Both teams putting up points here in this fourth, but Mohawk can't exchange points. They need to go on a run.
I mean, Mohawk's just struggled all night offensively. And it's not like that they've necessarily gotten bad looks. They just haven't been able to, kind of started with the game that that early possession where Hess gets like 3 offensive rebounds and can't score is that's been the description for the night. And you really feel bad for a player like AJ Hess that, you get to a game like this and, things just don't go your way. You just struggle. And that's the frustrating part. So they're going to have to really make some things happen here in the next, in these 5 minutes to really get back in it. And I would imagine that Crestview's going to look to, just be a little bit more patient offensively, even right now. Running a little bit of flex action here, which is an offense you're just going to wait till the defense breaks down.
Connor Sheets now into the game for the Knights. Lichty.
Offensive
missed it,
rebound.
but an offensive board put back good. Connor Sheets into the game. He gets an offensive board and 2 points. It's a 20-point game once again.
Yeah.
Step back 3, short, but an offensive board. That lost out of bounds. It'll stay as we take a look at the good board.
As we said, they've taken a lot of advantage of a lot of second chance opportunities. Right now, Crestview's plus 13 on the rebounding edge. And the offensive rebounding's been big for them tonight.
Heyman kicks it back out to Cleveland. Cleveland spins. Ball fakes, puts it up off the glass and in. Boomer with 5. 53-35, under 4 to play.
And as you can see now, Crestview content to walk the ball up the floor and then they're just going to look to be patient offensively.
Sheets got another bucket inside.
Not Wren Sheets.
Connor
Sheets. And he kind of does the same thing as Wren does.
Hess.
And Hess just not able to get going at all.
And we'll get a foul. That'll be Hannum's 4th personal foul, 8th team foul, so back to the line. It's now Connor Sheets. We'll get a 1-and-1. Won't go. Rebound to Hess. Cleveland. He'll drive baseline. He gets bumped. He'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, just a tough night for the Mohawk Warriors. You would like to be able to come into this game and play well, and they just struggled at the offensive end of the floor. And you know, a lot of that credit goes to the Crestview Knights defense, but also it's just kind of been one of those nights when you just can't get open baskets to fall, you can't get layups to fall, and then you start pressing a little bit more and it just gets even more difficult.
They get 1 to go. Etzler works it around. As Crestview now running clock with 3 to go.
Yeah, they're just going to be patient here. I mean, give Mohawk credit right now. I mean, they're still playing really, really aggressive. But this gets to be really, really difficult.
Temple is open underneath the hoop, but he'll run it back out.
You know.
And a foul against Cleveland. And we'll get free throws now for Drew Nielsen. First free throw good. Got them both. 21-point game. Crestview continuing to empty the bench out. So it's just one of those games for Mohawk that, you know, they just caught a very good team on an off-shooting night for themselves.
Yeah. You know, it's a game that, you know, Mohawk, you know, probably looking at their season played, you know, had one of their worst offensive nights of the season. And, you know, Crestview having one of their better nights. And it's, you know, it's just tough. You would like to get here and play well, but sometimes this just happens that you don't play very well. So really feel sorry for AJ Hess. You know, Player of the Year just has had an extremely tough night.
Temple gets both. Wesson Ludwig checks in. Haynes, he's going to be fouled underneath. It'll only be the third team foul against Crestview. Kellen Putnam called for it. So the Warriors, they will finish with a 23-4 record. 23 wins in a season, not that bad, especially when you make your only second appearance to a regional in school history.
I mean, when you look back, after a few days and you get a chance here in a few weeks to have your banquet, you're going to look back and that this was a special season, but it's always tough to lose, especially when you've had the kind of season that Mohawk has. And people have asked, would you rather be in a game that you get blown out or a game that you get beat at the buzzer? And I guess my feeling is I would rather have played well and gotten beaten, knowing that the team that we played was the better team. And that's not to say that Crestview's not the better team they are tonight, but this surely is not the Mohawk team that the Warrior fans have seen throughout the season.
And Crestview, we said in the pregame, the three teams they lost to, Van Wert, who's in a D2 regional, St. John's, Delphos St. John's, Spencerville, all very good teams.
They're a good basketball team and have had an outstanding season, and now are going to get a chance to play for a chance to go to the Final Four as they'll take on Marion Local, which that should be a really good game here on Friday night.
Straightaway three short, out of bounds and back to Crestview. 96 seconds left here from Bowling Green. Ludwig pulls up from the elbow, too strong. Rebound out to Garrett Reinhardt. Caleb Bish tried driving in, deflected out. It'll stay with Mohawk here. Ben Bogner will look inbounds. He does. Lays up the glass and in. Reinhardt onto the board with 2 points. 59-38.
I mean, the neat thing, the basketball game's pretty much over, but on that play, you see AJ Hess stand up and cheer for his teammates, and shows a lot about the class of that young man, that he could be sitting on the bench right now with his head down, but still cheering on his teammates, even in a game like this.
Tommy Hefner with quite the bucket there. Makes it a 23-point game again. Nice pass, backdoor cut, layup good though. Hayden Parker onto the board. And now some of these JV players also can say, hey, I scored in a regional.
Well, and the other thing is you can see Mohawk's a well-coached team because they weren't just coming down and jacking shots. They run a little high post entry and a backdoor cut to get an easy layup.
Well, I heard from Coach Paul Dunn that I believe Mike Haynes put up some games against you in the 90s for Mohawk.
Yeah.
Also, he said, it wasn't fun getting beaten by those Ontario teams in the sectional finals, but that'll do it. Crestview will move on to the regional championship. Mohawk finishes their season 23-4. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have the post-game pressers from inside the media room, as well as our final stats and analysis right here on the OH Report.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
It's just not right. Nah, I need to try something new.
You gonna quit rap for a triangle?
I gotta do me, Missy.
No, no, no. It's ding, 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 ding. Not ding, 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 ding.
Jack Harlow did it again.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yes, yes, yes! Yes, that's it.
America has a case of triangle fever.
Everybody, we are sold out of triangles, but we still have cowbells.
The triangle has replaced the British pound.
Triangle by Harlow.
And Triangle Player of the Year goes to
John!
Tonight's regional semifinal action brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors, Danner's Towing and Recycling, 24-hour local or long-distance light or heavy towing and recovering. Baker's Pizza in Bucyrus. We are proud of our service to the community and even more proud to be the place to go after every local game or to watch your favorite team in action. Come join us today for a great meal and a great time with friends or family. Danner's First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction Corp, and Frito-Lay. We are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. As we are moments away from our MVP interview, as Crestview is about to take the podium here at BG.
Or 0. He's going to get touches, and he's a really good player. Fortunate for us, we made him tough, but he didn't shoot as well as he normally shoots too. And that's, I think, a little bit with our defense, but just he had an off night. But yeah, you don't come into the game thinking their leading scorer is not going to score, but obviously that big advantage for us when he doesn't.
What went so well in the second quarter? I think you went on like a 16-3 run and closing out.
I think, number one, we got defensive stops and only allowed them one shot. Our previous 2 games, we didn't do a very good job on the defensive glass, and we gave up quite a few offensive rebounds. And tonight we limited them to 1, and I thought it was one tough shot. And then we pushed the ball up. If we didn't get in transition, I thought we did a good job of executing our sets. Our guys are very unselfish, and I thought we did a good job of making sure we got a really good shot.
Yeah, I mean, you really steamrolled that second quarter. And those threes were coming from a little ways behind the college line. I see your dad smiling over here, but, you know, is that kind of throw you off at all? And you just felt like you had space to go off with it?
I felt like I had space. Our teammates were getting me the ball where I wanted to. I played in it's my first really big gym I played in, and it felt comfortable for me. So, I mean, the threes were where they're at today.
It felt like you were getting, you know, the looks you wanted in the first quarter, but they just weren't falling. I mean, and it seemed like Carson had pretty good command of the floor. It seemed like he was seeing people in the corner as well. How did that kind of translate to the rest of the game?
Yeah, I thought in the first quarter we didn't score it well, but I thought we got really good shots. And for these guys, I mean, they were all in junior high the last time we played in the gym like this. They were cheering. So a little bit of nerves, I think, coming into it. But I think once they settled down, those same shots in the second quarter went down for us. And, you know, can't ask for better execution. I thought, like I said, got really good shots in the first quarter, just didn't knock them down. The second quarter kind of got things going a little bit, but I think a lot of that was the defensive stops that we got so we could get out and transition a little bit.
You guys got Marion Local on Friday. They present a bunch of challenges, huge team. Obviously, they're tough. But what can you look forward to against?
Obviously, having an opportunity. I mean, it's great to have an opportunity to come back on Friday night, but they do. There's not too many teams in Division IV that can line up at 6'9", 6'8", and then they got guards that can play with them. So it's not like you can just really focus on those two and the other guys don't hurt you. The other guys can make shots. The other guys can get to the basket. So we're going to really have to dig into film here tonight, get after that, come up with a game plan with our coaching staff. And one thing these guys have done a great job of is whatever we present to them, they've done a pretty good job of executing that. So we're going to do our best. It's going to be hard to take away those 2 bigs away, but we've got to do our best to make it really tough for them again. And then I think once they shoot it, you got to make sure they don't get second shots, and they're great at that. So we're going to do a great job on the glass, and hopefully offensively we can execute and get great shots, and hopefully, you know, big night, we play big. But very, very worthy opponent, and you kind of have your eye on them all year long that this could be a possible matchup in the regional finals if we do our job. We thought they would be here. Good? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Good job, guys.
So there you have it. The podium was our MVP tonight, Gavin Etzler, along with his dad and head coach Doug Etzler. 10 points for Crestview. Couple threes in there, couple field goals, but he really got things going with his ability to hit the 3 tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I thought the threes in the second quarter were huge because that took that lead to double digits.
As we welcome you inside.
And then they were just unable. I mean, Mohawk was just unable to make a run. They made a little bit of run to start the third, but they just couldn't string together 2 or 3 stops. Crestview never allowed them. So, I mean, as Coach Etzler made mention, their ability to defend AJ Hess, hold him to 0 is huge. I mean, he averages 20. If he gets his average, it's a 61-60 game right now. You know, feel sorry for AJ. But as I said, when Mohawk takes some time and looks back at this season, they're going to understand that they had a really good year. You know, one of 16 teams in Division III that, you know, in Division IV that were able to play tonight. And somebody has to go home, and unfortunately, it's the Mohawk Warriors that have to go home tonight.
So take a look at the final stats brought to you by Danner's Towing and Recycling here in the Danner's postgame show. 17 of 45 from the field was Mohawk, 4 of 20. And that's just, you just can't have that in a game like this. Out-rebounded by 12. Turnovers weren't bad. They did have the fouls, especially late. That was a difference as well. They only went to the foul line twice compared to 17 attempts by Crestview. So just a tough night.
Well, and kind of the telltale stats of a game many times are who wins the rebounding battle. Crestview won that by 12. And then who gets to the free throw line more often. Crestview was able to do that. They outscore them by 10 there. So that's a big difference in the game, because I would imagine second chance points were huge in this game also. So second chance points and the free throw difference proves to be the big difference in this basketball game.
Some individual scoring this evening as we await the press conference for Mohawk. Bryce Hannum finishes with 11 points. Kane Heyman finishes with 11 points. Hannum with 9 points. Had this flipped around. Boomer Cleveland with 6. Braden Chester with 5. Hunter Haynes with 3. Hayden Parker, Garrett Reinhardt, and Zayden Fry each with 2 for the Warriors. For Crestview, Etzler actually finished with 13. I missed one of his threes. He had 3 threes on the night. Nate Lichty led all scorers with 14 points. Wren Sheets with 10. Connor Sheets with 4. Jarrett Harding, as well as Kellen Putman and Tommy Hefner, each with 2 points. 61-40 is the final. Score by quarter, 8-7. Crestview after 1. Then they went on a roll, 18-5 in the second quarter. That really got them going, Coach.
The second quarter was huge, because I think they went 7 of 9 from the field that quarter, and then I believe Mohawk was maybe 2 of 12. And then Crestview did just a really good job. They just never let Mohawk put together an 8-0 run or a 10-0 run, and they were just really solid in the second half, both offensively and defensively.
18-14 in the third and 17-14 in the fourth. So, yeah, it was that 13-point second quarter that really allowed the number 5 team in the state to get that momentum, hold that momentum, and pull away. The third quarter, it was back and forth, but Crestview was fine playing that with the lead that they had.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of tournament basketball. You get a lead, and then you try to make sure the other team doesn't get a run or get any momentum. And Mohawk was not able to have really any real momentum in the game. I guess the only thing, Travis, we look at is offensively they were much better to start the third. But again, we kind of repeated this often. They just were not able to get stops to make that run, and give Crestview a lot of credit.
Mohawk, like we said, finished the year with 23 victories, only 3 seniors. One of them being AJ Hess, the District Player of the Year, but him, really Bryce Hannum, who finished with 9 points, and then Zayden Fry off the bench. But they do return 3 starters and a couple of their bench players, a lot of sophomores. Kane Heyman, Boomer Cleveland, Caleb Bish, Hunter Haynes, Ben Bogner, Connor Flood, who's one of the tall, a really big guy that could possibly move into the role of AJ Hess. And then you have Hayden Parker and Garrett Reinhardt, who we saw at the end of the game too. So Mohawk, they're not the team that could be just rebuilding, but they could be restocking for next year.
What you hope is those kids coming back is they've got a taste of this.
Exactly.
And they kind of now have a bad taste in their mouth from how it happened. And so, here if they take a little bit of time off, the spring they're going to get back in the weight room and start working at it. They're going to get in the gym or the driveway and start improving their skills. And then as you get to the first part of June, your coaches are going to have your summer organized and put you in positions where you're going to play some competitive open gyms or competitive tournaments to kind of see where you're at, and then you hope that in the fall you're going to just be a lot better basketball team. So, Coach Dunn's done a good job of, building a program here at Mohawk over the last couple of years, and now the thing is, the challenge is to continue it.
As we await Mohawk, and you know in person how this is, after a loss like this, they're probably in there. He's probably,
it's hard.
It's the last game for these three seniors.
It's hard because
they'll take their time, which is absolutely fine with
us.
But
you have a senior like AJ Hess and the other seniors, with what they've given to this program, that's hard to say goodbye. But again, it's going to be a long bus ride home. It's going to be a longer week. But I think as time goes by, you're going to take a look, and these seniors are going to understand that they put Mohawk in a position that many Mohawk teams have not been able to get to. So if you're Coach Dunn, you hope that that's a great start here, and that you're going to be able to continue to build on it. But the disappointment is that, you didn't play very well, and, sometimes that's just out of your control.
Well, we do have a moment. Let's look at some of the brackets, the games that are going to be going on tomorrow and the day after. Division III goes off here tomorrow night. We have Wayne Trace, Canton Central Catholic, and then Ottawa Glandorf, Cardinal Stritch. Who you like out of those?
Well, I mean, Canton Central Catholic plays a really good schedule. Wayne Trace, one of those teams that has a great tradition, so that's going to be a good matchup. And OG and Cardinal Stritch, I mean, OG was the #1 seed in their district. Cardinal Stritch was the #1 seed in theirs. And you got OG coming back from a state runner-up, basically with the majority of their guys returning, and probably the best player in this regional that has had an outstanding season. So you're probably going to be picking OG, and plus the other thing that OG brings is they're going to pack this place. I mean,
we saw this last year when they played Crawford.
It'll probably be 75% OG. I mean, that'll be everybody in town here, which that's phenomenal. So, I'm probably picking OG to make it to the finals, and I'm not really sure who the first game would be, but if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say OG is going to be the team that would come out of this regional in Division III. And
then you have the Lights, the Central District team and Afrocentric down there, and a couple others. Also, we have the Division II bracket coming in 2 days. Sandusky.
Yeah.
Do they have what it takes to get through?
I think they do, because they can guard. I mean, they showed against Lex, forcing a really good Lex team into 31 turnovers. And as I said, the thing that impressed me the most with Sandusky is they would score, and then you had 5 guys that were right back in a defensive stance, and they were just relentless for 32 minutes. But Lutheran West is a team that beat OG early in the year. That's going to be an outstanding game. And then you have Rossford, and then maybe one of the hotter teams coming into this regional in Van Wert that had a last-second win over St. Mary's, and then dominated, I believe, the #1 seed in Defiance. It's tournament basketball, so you can make predictions, but usually there's something that happens, just like it happens in the districts. Something happens in the regional that could be a little bit different. But I would probably pick the winner of the Sandusky Lutheran West game to be the team that would eventually be the team that comes out of this regional and goes to Columbus.
Now, I believe also, if there is room, we will be doing the Cardinal Stritch, Ottawa Glandorf, and the Sandusky Lutheran West games on the OH Report. Just stay with us tomorrow and the day after to make sure if we can get in here for those. But Van Wert also a team that beat this Crestview squad earlier this season.
Well, they beat them, I think, the last game of the year.
Yeah, so
beat them handily, which tells you a lot about how Van Wert is playing. If they were able to beat a Crestview team, I think it was maybe 67-47, something like that. I think it was close to a 20-point game. So as well as Crestview played tonight, you say, well, 2 weeks ago Van Wert beat you by 20. That tells you how well Van Wert's, came into this tournament playing, and they're playing on a lot of momentum now with those 2 wins in the district that they had.
Also, there's a regional that it's a tough one. We have Kettering Alter, Dayton Dunbar, Bishop Watterson, and then Dayton Chaminade, Julienne, 4 teams that are kind of normal figures in the state Final Four in the past 30, 40 years.
Yeah, that Division II regional in Dayton's, those are going to be 2 outstanding games, and I'm assuming those are on Thursday night also.
All these games on the 9th.
That they're going to be those games in Dayton are going to be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, the tradition of a Dayton Dunbar, a Chaminade, a Bishop Watterson, those teams are teams that, you know, seems like every year, every other year you hear that are in the regionals.
Well, we're still waiting, Mohawk, but we will get them. We do want to show the Warriors for their final time this year as we await them. Got any good Bowling Green stories here, Coach? Either coaching up here or as a a fan or a player.
We never got to play in the Stroh Center here. We played at the old Anderson Arena. So, I mean, I guess the interesting thing would be Brian Heber, who is the coach at Patrick Henry from the first game. He actually was a player on the 97 Patrick Henry squad that beat us in the regional final, and then went on to win the state. And that, I think I told that story, that team that we had only lost 2 games, and one was around Christmas at Cleveland Heights in a tournament in Gahanna, and then the second one that we lost was, of course, the Patrick Henry, and both of those teams went on to win the state championship. But you know, probably the best Bowling Green story I have was, you know, my high school coach, bless his soul, Ron Stevens, who had passed away a couple years ago, was always one of those coaches, if we wanted to go to a game, found us a way to get to a game, whether it was a regular season game, a tournament game. So I remember, I can't remember exactly who was playing at Anderson Arena, but we had asked him if he was going to be able to get us tickets to the game, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get you tickets." So I remember we showed up at Anderson Arena, or he told us, that was before cell phone days, but he told us, he said, "I need you to meet," I forget what time it was, I'm going to say 6 o'clock. "Meet me where you walk in at Anderson Arena." But for those people that can remember Anderson Arena, basically there was a row of doors right at the front, and you walked in, and there was a small lobby, and they had like the
I'm gonna have to cut you off, Coach, because we have Mohawk. Yeah. So let's get to our Mohawk.
Better than hearing my stories.
Absolutely not, but I'm sorry. We'll have to cut that off.
For a lot of the game, you can make shots.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's I just watched the Buckeye Central girls play a game, and it was the same thing that Coach Capel said. I didn't make jump shots, and when you get to this level of the game, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be tough. The teams you're playing are only getting better, especially on the defensive end. And early I thought we did a good enough job of finding the open guys, but they cranked the pressure up and they made it hard on us. We couldn't get straight line drives, we couldn't get the kickouts, and we couldn't get the inside out action that we're used to. So that made it really difficult for us. And credit to those guys. I mean, they're a very talented team, and the size and physicality they have, that causes problems for anybody, especially us tonight.
In the third quarter, we got some things going offensively, just defensively couldn't get enough stops. So we're any stops, hitting shots, getting a lot to the basket, in that third quarter.
Yeah, no, third quarter we challenged the guys. You don't want to go out playing like we were in the first half, and I thought we came out with more physicality, more attention on that end of the floor offensively, but defensively, I think we scored 5 and gave up 4, and we scored 7, gave up another 2. So we're trading baskets, and in that situation, you got to get scores and stops, and we just didn't put the stops together to give ourselves that chance to make that run in the third quarter to kind of give us a chance in the game. We wanted to come out and cut the lead in half going into the fourth, and offensively we did a good job. Defensively, just getting the stops.
Especially the second quarter, they finished like a 16-3 run. That's kind of where you got away from you. Just what kind of happened in that stretch of the game?
I think offensive rebounds, I think we gave up 7 or 8 in the first half there. That kills us. I thought the ball got sticky offensively. We didn't move the ball as fast as we should have been. Guys had driving lanes, but we told them they're a very good defensive help side defense team. We've got to do a good job of moving the ball and finding open guys. And jump shots weren't falling. And then even when we tried to run different sets to try to get different looks, we just didn't execute at a high enough level. And at this level of the game, you've got to be almost not perfect, but you got to be really excelling at a high level when you're running your sets. And we just didn't do a good enough job of that.
Sure you wanted at least one more game here Friday night. But 10 any year, you're at AJ Original, obviously special season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is second time in school history and second in 5 years. So, this program's got a lot to be proud of, and we've had some good players go through here, and I hope that this is something that obviously our kids can't expect to get back here. It's difficult. We play in a difficult district to get here, and but hopefully it's an expectation that we can get here, and we should strive to get here. And if we get a chance to get back here in the next few years, I hope that our kids realize what's in front of them and realize how close you are and not be satisfied just getting here. We've proven that we can get here. Our goal next time should be to make it to the weekend.
Obviously, a really special senior class that helped make that happen.
Yeah, no, that's 3 seniors, and I think when they were freshmen, we had 4 of them. We went down to 2 last year, and Zayden came back, and having him come back as 2-time state champion pole vaulter, it just adds to your athleticism, your talent, and obviously AJ Hess is He can put the ball in anything. He's our all-time leading scorer in school history, able to score from the inside out. He's going to be a heck of a guy that's going to be difficult for us to replace. And Bryce sitting here, he was our do-all. He's the captain, the only guy on the team that guys really looked at as a true leader, not because of what he said, but because of what he did for us, offensively, defensively, handling the ball, guarding the best player on defense. So it's going to be hard to replace all 3 of those guys, but. I challenge the guys in the locker room that we've been in this situation before. It's going to take somebody to step up and fill those roles, and I think we can. But it's going to take some guys to step up and really mature. Yep.
Obviously, it was a challenge tonight. Just in what ways was it difficult, especially in that second?
Coming out, we knew they were going to be a good team. We knew they were going to challenge us offensively and defensively, but we just didn't come ready to go. They did a really good job of stopping us from getting downhill, and that's really where we usually excel in games, is getting those kickouts and knocking down the shots and finishing around the hoop, but we just weren't able to do that tonight, and we weren't able to really stop them defensively and get them to not get anything too easy.
Special season for you guys, and you being part of the 3 seniors. Obviously, didn't want to end tonight, but the school record win. Just the other night, you had 17. Just a lot of records this year, but overall, special for you.
Yeah, this season has been unlike any other. Even last 2 years, they've been really fun to be a part of. But this one, playing with my teammates, beating all those records, having a really successful season, there's a lot of positive things to look back at. We did a really good job this year. Obviously not the way we wanted to go, but glad to make it this far.
So, you guys aside from the seniors, though, I imagine you feel left a good legacy for them to follow and set a good example, and I imagine they can do some good things too.
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot of kids coming back, and they're going to do really good. They really stepped up even tonight, just filling some roles where when we couldn't get stuff going, they stepped up, got some stops, got downhill, and did a really good job. And I feel like next year and even the next couple of years, they'll even build up a little more and be a lot more successful and maybe even get further than this.
Thank you.
So there you have it. The Mohawk post-game presser, our MVP for the Warriors, Bryce Hannum, who finished with 9 points as Mohawk finishes as its second ever appearance in a regional. Travis Berardi back here with Joe Baylog to wrap things up, Coach, and I think it's the last game you and I are going to call together this season.
Oh, okay.
It's been fun, Coach. What a ride.
Yeah.
But first, what a ride for these Mohawk Warriors. 23 wins, second ever appearance in a regional. That's something they can hang their hats on and be proud of.
Yeah, it's, you know, as I said several times, it's always difficult when you lose at in the tournament, especially when you have a team that you know you've enjoyed a lot of success, and there's a lot of relationships that have been established. But again, you remind yourself you're one of 16 teams, and you're going to be only one of, you know, 4 teams, one in each division. That's, you know, in 2 weeks is going to be happy that you finished your season winning your last game. So that's the excitement of you know, Ohio high school basketball.
And hopefully we have more excitement in the next couple days, tomorrow and the day after. Stick with the OH Report tomorrow and the day after, just to make sure that we will be doing these games. But hopefully we'll be back here at Bowling Green for the D3 and D2 regional semis. We'll have Cardinal Stridge, Ottawa Glandorf, and then Sandusky and Lutheran West as well, and maybe back here for the championship games as well. But any final words for you, Coach Baylog, in year number 1 of the Joe Show and of your commentating?
No, this has been a lot of fun. It's you know, I really have enjoyed you know, coaching high school basketball for a long time, and this has given me a little bit of a different perspective. And as I said a couple times, you know, with the Joe Show, you guys kind of took me out of my comfort zone, but that was enjoyable because it gave us an opportunity that we could recognize how special high school basketball is on both the girls and the boys side in North Central Ohio. And, you know, hopefully we could continue to grow that and continue to recognize the outstanding players, and not just players, but the outstanding young men and young ladies that you know, we have that represent our schools in North Central Ohio.
Yeah, and I can't wait till next basketball season with you. I mean, we're not done here on the OH Report, but yeah, it was a fun year, and hopefully we'll get another one upcoming in the next few seasons. But that'll do it for Joe and I here from Bowling Green High School. Want to thank everybody that helped make things possible this evening. Justin, as always, great job on the camera. Adam Thompson, our audio video tech, and our sponsors, Danner's Towing and Recycling, our scoreboard, our instant replay, our pre-halftime, post-game sponsor, Baker's Pizza, and Bucyrus, our MVP sponsor, First National Bank of Sycamore, Clouse Construction, and Frito-Lay, our commercial sponsors. We want to thank the fine folks here at Bowling Green University for allowing us to be here, as well as the OHSAA. Shout out you guys for allowing us to live stream these games to you, the fans. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Crestview, the number 5 team in the state, will play for a regional championship against Marion Local coming up this weekend. They knock off Mohawk 61-44. Hall of Fame head coach Joe Baylog. I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Bowling Green.